I know you won't just listen, but this fire in my eyes won't let me hold position. I'm a man with a good heart, baby, you know the difference. I can take you where they can and paint the solar system. Started with our solar system.
I'll be forgetting. I should move that over here, huh? Just so I'm looking at the same spot. Yeah, that works. Because the real camera's right there. And I actually have my studio to myself for once, man. Damn. You know what I mean? I got 2 fucking screens now. So I can fucking see everything now. I can see the chat up here. I can see what the camera's looking at. I can see all my text messages in case my kids need me. Yeah. But improving, man. Like, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit because it's actually playing on the stream and shit. But it's kind of wild, man, because like I think like more and more people are gonna like realize that they don't need to like attach to like some type of corporation, right? Then go off on their own and do shit on their own. Like this first degrees of Aquarius with Pluto going through here, that's like most people are having like awakenings right now, right? Because Pluto came through the end of Capricorn and it was like a fucking wrecking ball. Especially that retrograde, the last time it was in Capricorn, and then came back into Aquarius. Basically never going back into Capricorn ever again in our lives. So that's a lot of things, right? Because Pluto is like where we have death and rebirth. It's where we fucking it's where we transform. So as a mass consciousness, as like a whole, as an earth, we're being forced to detach from old ways. Capricorn represents tradition, structure, laws, military, hierarchy. Okay? That's where there's a hierarchy. Right? So Aquarius doesn't look at anything like that. It doesn't look at like necessarily like I'm better than you or the hierarchy part. It'll look at strengths and weaknesses, right? An egoic, non-spiritual Aquarius energy will look at it like, oh yeah, you know, I do this better than you. But truthfully, Aquarian energy is really good at analyzing because it's an air sign, even though it has aqua in it and always gets referenced, you know, to water. It's an air sign, so they use their minds a lot, right? And because of that, they bring in crazy like creativity, and their creativity is actually being able to build a team. It's being able to see like the strengths and weaknesses of the people around them, themselves, all that shit. Unless they're not spiritual, because then they're gonna think that, you know, they are basically the smartest motherfucker in the room and they know how to do everything, and, you know, the cool, you know, that type of shit. So, but that's just in general. Like, I never generalize in astrology because you can't. That's where it becomes convoluted. That's where it becomes like, but nah, right? Sun sign astrology is the basis, but there's a reason why there's all these energies affecting us at one time. And not just the sun, right? The sun is only up, what, 12 hours, maybe? Not even, less than that, 10, something like that. So, it is the most prominent, but all these other ones, their energy's hitting us physically, like not spiritually, like physically, like emitting a frequency. Each of these planets emit a fucking frequency, and we interact with it. You know, for the people who need the science behind it, but yeah, so I mean, just with Pluto in the 8th house, well, in the 8th house right now, but Pluto in Aquarius, it's doing a couple things. It's allowing for individualism to be a more broad concept, a more understood, accepted thing. But at the same time, it's like the purging of the old traditional ways and shit. So, but it's interesting because it's like these old ways, these old structures, they have to like get rebuilt in a way, because if they don't, then they're not going to exist anymore. Like, that's how powerful Pluto is. Like, Pluto is the tower card in tarot. So it'll fucking chew you up and spit you the fuck out, for real. And that's the thing, is we see the doubling down of like America's ways, right? Because, and like the foundation of what America was, because it had its Pluto return. Literally from like when the Constitution was signed, like we just went through that Pluto transit, and Pluto, oh God, Pluto, it's like, it takes forever. It takes forever to come back to a sign. Let's just say that, right? Like, I could do it right now where, return Pluto. So the last time Pluto was where it's at right now, December 20th, 1780. So what happened? Let's look at what happened on December 20th, 1780. Georgian calendar. It was a leap year that year, apparently. Historical events. Britain declares war on Holland. What up, Hans? You know what I'm saying? Talking about astrology. Yeah, if you go on my YouTube, you can see what I'm talking about. Actually, let me go right here. But yeah, the last time Pluto was in this exact degree that it's at, 3 degrees Aquarius, 43 minutes, 26 seconds. It was December 20th, 1780. And you know what happened that day? Britain declared war on Holland. Britain declared war on motherfucking Holland. Yep. Put this on. Boom. Yep. And that's just off Pluto, bro. That's not off of anything else, because that, like, it shows the generations, right? So you can always really tell what generation somebody's a part of by where their Pluto is. So, yeah, Britain declares war on Holland. Like, word, my nigga. Word. Cool. I mean, is my desktop audio not on up here? Oh no, the audio caption. Really? What the fuck happened there? Oh no, it's right there. I'm tweaked out. Alright. So, if I'm, we got one person on Twitch. I don't know if they can hear me over the music right now, but I guess I could put it down in stream. Yeah, it's probably better. Might be louder than a bitch. Okay. So, crazy. definitely take a look at what the fuck happens today. Pay attention, right? I mean, just based off that alone, that's kind of just wild. But I was expecting it. Like, it's not, I'm not. We do this. So, and I don't know. Yeah. So we got what? Mercury's moving forward again. So it's gonna move into Aries really fast. Well, not really fast, but in the next couple days, because it's gonna gain speed. It's not going as fast as it normally is. And matter of fact, no. Sheets. Where are we at? No, it's where are we at? Not sun sign, but where is it? Well, here it is right here. But no, there's one. What is it? Wheel plus basics. What is the one that fucking nation? No, it's not this. I'm tweaked out. Why can't I find it? Yo, I have not dug into this fucking program, dog. Like, this shit's crazy for real. Zodiacal releasing, man. I'm supposed to be looking at these things. See, that's why, nigga, when I do a reading, I gotta charge a lot, because I mean, not a lot, but in comparison, but the things I'm capable of figuring out with this fucking shit is ridiculous. Like, zodiacal releasings is wild. Like, niggas is not even ready for that shit. Essential dignities, though. The Sun and Venus are at +7. Heavy on the relationship shit, right? But Mercury's at a -4. Yeah. The mind's tweaked out. Yeah. I wouldn't be tripping about relationships right now at all. I would let it play out. I wouldn't be trying to force fucking a damn thing. Because if it's time, it's time. Especially right now. There's a lot of endings with all this fucking Pisces right here. Right? Lots of endings. Even coming back to reconsider it, right? When Mercury and Venus were in Aries, and then they came back into Pisces. So it's like, oh, if you didn't end it then, well, we're gonna come through and make sure you you fucking made the right decision. especially with Venus at 24 degrees. Like, it's moving forward again in Pisces, so divine endings. Basically conjunct Saturn. I mean, fuck. What, you know? Like, I mean, these are all conjunct. Saturn, North Node, Mercury. That's 1 degree of each other. So, at this point, the mind has already understood what the next move is towards your divine destiny. And then what will happen is that Saturn will move over and directly, hold on, I'll get this out the way. And get that out the way. So another day. Oh, so the North Node actually meets up with Saturn. Saturn is not fucking moving. So next few days, North Node meets up with Saturn. Venus keeps fucking moving towards that conjunction as well. So yeah, it'll be like, Mercury at 3 degrees by Sunday. Damn, I already went quickly through the week, but yeah, I mean, what? Where are we at? We're at Monday? No, stop. Yeah. So in the next 2 days, Mercury's gonna conjunct Neptune. So, this is where like shit can really kind of, I don't know. It's interesting because coming from this, there's like a veil in front of the mind, but the veil is on fire. So, especially because once Mercury flips on the next day and passes Neptune, it's still in the same spot, but you know, by like Friday, that's like Mercury going and being like, all right, I see through it now. Got the information. I can see through the veil now. So, some people, damn, that's the 17th. God damn. 17th, dude. It's kind of crazy. But, a lot of fucking realizations on the 17th. A lot of people are gonna be like, why was I caught up in this? Why was I attached to this? Did I think this was something it wasn't? Or like, yeah. 10th house too. Massive change and restructure. This is all 10th house energy with Saturn at home. Holy fuck. Everything that happens in this next week is like divine changes. Like, this shit's wild. Yo, this shit's actually wild. So I guess I'm doing my weekly right now. I'll just use this shit. Yeah. Hopefully it's recording good, because we're gonna rock with it. Because really, this is the main thing, right? Interestingly enough, you have Mars supporting. You have Mars offering support in Cancer to this realization. Which Mars is not happy. Mars is not happy in Cancer, but still, that is still a good thing, because it's like, well, the right actions will always be self-care, right, in this area, in this time frame, right? Being with family, close friends, hot bath, nature, or just whatever it is that like makes you feel like you're taking care of yourself physically. Exact trine to Juno. I don't like to touch on Juno too much, because I don't know. I guess it could be like a realization too of like, oh, the right person, like I still have not found that right person, or right, if that's a realization that you're coming to, because that is one of the realizations that could happen around this time, right? Or that I still have work to do internally to like attract the right person, right? If it's where something like new has came that's dope, then it'll be like, because you have that right person, you get that nourishment, that physical nourishment, during this awakening period. But it's a massive fucking restructure, especially the next couple days. We go on to Friday, Mercury pulls away more from Neptune. Saturn is still just like chilling with the North Node, right? Saturday, Venus still moving so slow. Mercury picks up some speed, but so Saturn and the North Node chill. Like this is like massive divine lessons, right? Pisces, right? Like Pisces, like this is like the message from God that's like, hey, this is how you need to restructure your life right now. And it'll always oppose. So it opposes the North Node, of course. I mean the South Node, but yeah, Saturn's trying to be like, hey, you're gonna actually learn and integrate this lesson this time. You're not gonna be like, it's not with the South Node saying like, hey, you're gonna repeat the same patterns. Like this is where we don't repeat the same patterns again. Right? And then Sunday is gonna be fucking Taurus season, the beginning of Taurus season. So now it's like, especially on that day, it's like value is now, my own value and worth is now fully into the picture. Right? And I can see it now with Mercury in 3 degrees Aries. Right? But there is still this, what is that? That's a, that's 30 degrees, so that's, what the fuck? I should know this, but we all can get it together, my peoples. Beginner client, bam. Semi-sextile. I'm slow this morning. So, semi-sextile with the fucking, with that Neptune in Aries. So it's almost like the soul being like, whatever that was, like, I'm just gonna let that fly. And then look at this kite, dude. What the fuck? It's not like a perfect one, but damn, dude. Look at this shit. 26 to Venus. And then that's conjunct. Yeah, I mean, just know that, like, whatever the fuck is happening in your relationships right now, it is like the most divine fucking message it could be. Like, whether it's like, oh, this is ending, or this is reinforcing and doubling down, and, you know, we're gonna get married, or whatever it is, like, that's exactly what's supposed to be happening. So, like, don't force it in another direction. I mean, if you don't want to marry the person, then whatever, but it's not, that wouldn't be happening at this point if it's not supposed to. Straight up. Literally, like, around the people you're supposed to be around right now. Very little interactions with those relationships that aren't supposed to be integrated into the future. What's up, yo? How you been? If you go on my Twitch, I'm looking at the charts and stuff, talking about it. As I said, I was gonna come back. I said I was coming back, and it's the only way that I feel really can do it is like live. I'm glad. You should be doing better. Gotta fucking purge whatever's keeping you from being better. You know that, though. I don't gotta tell you that. But sometimes you gotta hear it, you know, from someone. Make that spark happen. But yeah, I was actually just talking about Sunday, because leading up into all that shit, it's like epiphanies and shit, right? Like seeing past these veils that have been around for a good while. Mercury's going to catch up to Neptune technically on Tuesday, technically tomorrow, and then Wednesday conjunct it completely. Then they flip, but they're still completely conjunct on Thursday. And then Friday, Mercury starts to pull away from Neptune. And then at the same time, we have Saturn conjunct the North Node in Pisces. So endings, massive restructuring, right? Divine restructuring. And this could be career, but it can also be within like just life, like how life is structured at the moment, right? Venus conjunct Saturn while Saturn's conjunct the North Node in Pisces. Like I was saying that like whatever is happening in a relationship right now, and every relationship in your life is meant to happen. So if it's an ending and things aren't working, then that's like this is where we stop repeating those patterns. But if it's working and it's like a doubling down almost, right? It's like, yeah, like I know I'm supposed to be interacting with this person or in a relationship with this person because they see my value, right? Like they can see my highest value, Pisces, right? Like the highest, the most divine value there could be. There's not even a question, especially by Friday. Like it's like if it's been if this shit's just been going on and you're like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it won't be like, especially by Sunday, because 0 degrees Taurus, the soul steps into value again. So if we go through this, it's funny because like seasonal depression, right, during the winter months, like, and then you get to springtime, April 20th, .0 degrees Taurus. It's like, bam, now I'm back. Now I'm back into it. I'm back. Even in Aries, I would say, right? But like it's almost like lighting it or like starting to find the inspiration again. And then once it gets to Taurus, it's like, okay, now I'm like, nah, you know what? It's the grounding of it, right? Being like, nah, okay, now I'm gonna walk into my value physically. Good. And I mean, this, it's those type of endings that are like completely moving in a new direction where we don't repeat those patterns, right? Because of Saturn in the North Node, right? It's like knowing there has to be a massive restructure. You know what I'm saying? What's good, fam? Talking some astrology and shit. Yeah. You gotta. I sent you the link. Book me through there, bro. I'm over here working on my album too, so but yeah, right, just send it through there. I just approve it. We're good. Yeah, no, you're good. But yeah, I got shit like totally different than like it's totally different, nigga. I mean, you could probably already see that, but the booth and shit. Yeah, I got like 2 screens, so y'all be able to see everything when you're in the booth and shit. But yeah, I'm ready when you are, bro. I'm ready when you are. I got a new mic in there too, because this was the mic that was in there. I got a new mic in there that's I fuck with way better. But yeah. So let's see. Right? Chiron and Aries at 23 degrees. Like it's like the healing of our identity, right? Which comes with this restructuring of like how we see ourselves, how we operate. But also, like, on this day, I feel like a lot of people can get really passionate about like their own delusions or beliefs, right? Like real, like, because it's zero, like Neptune at 0 degrees Aries, and it's just chilling there for the couple days. So it's like people getting really fucking worked up about, like, you know, some belief, right? And they could think that they're right because they have all these things in place that make them fucking reinforce the delusion. I didn't realize I've been learning astrology for 11 years. You know, took my first basic course, but like, damn, time be flying, bro. Because I look at these charts and it doesn't look foreign to me at all. It looks like a language that the more I look at it, I can decipher it, you know? I don't know. I don't know if anybody on YouTube or Twitch the music's too loud or anything, but I could put it down more. But I think I'm pretty sure my mic is loud enough over there. Oh shit. And we got Mars at fucking 1 degree Leo. Damn. Okay. Yeah. All right. Trining that Neptune. Yo. But squaring the sun. Sup, brother? Trining Neptune squaring the sun. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the 20th is it's gonna be interesting because there's gonna be people who are thinking they're doing things out of love when they're probably not. What's good, family? What's up, Jawborn? Yo, we got a legend in the chat, y'all. For real. Yeah, yo, I'm working on my album, bro. I'd love to get some production from you, bro. Cause most of it is me, and I only got like probably like one or two other Derez tracks, and then my homie Buno, my fam Buno on there. So, but if you go on my YouTube or my Twitch, you could actually hear what I'm playing a little better. But I'm producing most of the album, so it's coming out crazy. It's coming out real crazy. But right now I'm talking about the astrology, and yeah. Oh yeah, I could send it to you. Yeah, I still got that one. That one's not fully mixed or anything, but bet I will, bro. You already know, fam. You already know. I'm out here going crazy right now. So, like, I'm like focused on this album, G. And the link too. All right, I got you, fam. I appreciate you, bro. For real. So yeah. You already know. Anytime, man. Anytime. So yes, the sun, 0 degrees Taurus, squaring Mars. It's like those that know their value won't have issues because they won't take action unless it's out of like self-love. Right? Especially like at this point, the veil should be behind you, right? On Sunday, already seen past it, all the fuck shit up until this point. But then like the ones that are like still caught up, like they're gonna be kind of active, because they're gonna feel like they could feel justified, right, out of like their own mechanism of like what they think is right or what they think is love, right? So I would just kind of be cautious a little bit. People who aren't fully spiritual, understanding their spiritual purpose right now, right? Because the thing about spiritual purpose is like it's not necessarily like what we think it is, right? It's what the universe has planned for us, right? It's like what God was like, yo, like I want you to do this, and you might not want to do this, but like, you know. And I think that like that's a lot of what like shadow work and just like self work is really about, is like getting your ego out of the way, right? But like learning your ego, befriending your ego, so that like you can hear what like God's message is really trying to tell you, right? Yeah. I don't know. I think it's gonna be very interesting. I think it's gonna be a good day still. I don't really think it's gonna be like too crazy, because at that point we've already moved forward, right, past our own delusions, because there's no avoiding them at this point, right? And now it's the restructuring, right? Now it's like, okay, I'm gonna reinforce this relationship that I know is beneficial, that we all have value in, and reciprocate the value. I'm going to like restructure how I'm looking at how I'm going to move into my career now, right? Like I'm not just going to keep doing the same exact things. You feel me? Like it's like up until like for me, up until this point, I've only really been releasing singles. And I was like, all right, something's got to change. You know what I'm saying? So I asked my fan base, like, and they're like, yo, we want an album from you. We want a project from you. Right? Because to me, God will speak through other people, especially if I feel like I'm kind of like a little bit lost, right? Where I'm like, oh, I know like my purpose like in the grand scheme of things, but what am I supposed to do right now? You know what I mean? And that's why I look at astrology so in depth, because like that helps me get the answer a lot of the time. And I'll be like, all right, cool. You know, let me throw a message out and be like, what is out there for me? Like, I know I'm supposed to go in this direction, but let's see, right? Because for me, my North Node is actually in Pisces, so I'm supposed to be integrated with community and talking to people and helping people, and that's like my bigger purpose, right? In a general sense. So right now that's like exactly what everybody is trying to kind of understand about themselves. Is like, where do I integrate into the grand scheme of things? What do I now know I have to restructure within relationships, but also just within my divine path and how I operate? Right? And then the moon, like, this whole kite is sick. Like, this is sick. I think this is a good day, personally. Nothing is retrograde, right? The moon's in Capricorn, grounding our energy, grounding our emotions, right? Trining Algol, though, but it's actually trining Algol and Uranus. So, you know, this is where, like, we could actually really, like, feel like we're moving in the right direction towards our value. Damn, I gotta go bathroom. And then Jupiter's in Gemini, so, you know, it's all gonna be really like putting shit out there, communicating, thinking things through is always gonna bring about the blessing here. And then we'll go to Monday, right? So next Monday. This is all the same time when I started this, so it's like 11 in the morning. So we got the moon going through Aquarius most of that day. Yeah, makes sense. Could feel in the morning like, oh, not sure how to feel, right, for a while, because now these things are changing. These drastic changes are happening that we implemented, right? Saturn now flipped the nodes, both the nodes now. It's now on the opposite side. So yeah, this is just further implementation of the mission, right? Like, yeah, like just more restructure, more building structure towards the divine mission, right? Neptune's still sitting at fucking 0 degrees Aquarius. 0 degrees of Aries, like not moving at all. Yeah, still trining Mars. So yeah, it's just, yeah, still the same thing. It's still really the same thing on that Monday, but more of like, you know what, like, I completely understand where I'm trying to go now and like how I have to set things up to get there. So if I have to like take action for my own benefit of my value, then I'm going to do that. And some people will do that behind some fiery beliefs in those 2 days, like, for real. Those few days, right, that Neptune is, but really with this square to Mars, and yeah, now it's not an exact semi-sextile, but still be coming off of that. So yeah, as long as, like, really that's what it's been for a while, is like us playing games with like whether we know we're on our divine path fully or not, right? It's like some of us are on our divine path, but then we stray from it, or we lose momentum, or, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, what? Interestingly enough, that day the nodes they're not really retrograde. We don't really pay attention to that too much. It's not really a big deal. But I don't know. I just kind of feel like it reinforces the fact that like that lesson is being learned and like cementing right into our spirit. So, looking at where to restructure in life, I mean, you should know at this point. Well, you should have an idea, very good idea, and then by the end of next weekend, it'll all be changing regardless. This is like spirit coming in and fucking changing the things that you didn't. You know what I'm saying? So ain't much we're gonna be able to do about it except prepare, right? This is preparation time. This is like getting everything in order to be able to like move forward without backtracking this time or like having as many hiccups. You know, there'll still be issues. Like there'll always be issues, but it'll be issues that are kind of like out of our control type of shit, you know, and how well we can adapt is really going to be key, right? Because as long as we have the things in place we need, we'll be good. But then, you know, when the outside world starts changing and things are getting removed and replaced in life, and my ear just started ringing, you know, those are the things we kind of have to be ready for. So yeah, I think that covers everything. That's really the gist of everything. The blessings are always going to come from talking things out. Like communication. Obviously like adults, right? Like not getting into heated arguments, right? Like actually being able to speak about things and coming into closure, right? Jupiter in the 12th. Like those things are the biggest blessings to ever come right now, right? Fortuna, Deveron, Hermes. Yeah, so it's literally like big discussions, you know, about what where the value lies. Is it really there? Is it not? If it's not, okay, it's time to end it, move on. You know, it doesn't have to be a big, you know, it doesn't have to be a big dramatic thing. And I think more so now than ever, it actually facilitates for it to not be as dramatic. It's if you want it to be dramatic, right? If you know, if your chart's getting hit a specific way, then yeah, it could be dramatic, right? Mars and Leo can be dramatic, right? Passionate, physically passionate, right? So it could get there for sure, especially at the first degrees of Leo. That's like rose-colored glasses type of love, right? That's like that type of thing. So you know, the people who are in love with their beliefs they could really, act an ass about it. So I think it's more of just kind of detaching emotionally and letting things play out how they're supposed to play out, because God is definitely here, like making the shit, like moving the chess pieces right now, like, right? Saturn and Pisces, like, yeah, it's like it's Saturn like playing chess for you, right? Like Cronus, like it's like you know what I mean? Like, oh nope, that one dead. Oh, we're gonna sacrifice this one. Sounds crazy, but I don't mean it in that exact way. But in chess, you actually do that, strategy. So yeah. That's the outlook for the week, for real. And yeah, you can find it on Star Card Astrology, on YouTube, IG, Twitch. Yep, on Twitch. TikTok. I'll probably post a clip on TikTok. But yeah, y'all know the vibes, man. This first one's definitely more. I'm just gonna be doing this live because it just makes it easier for me to do it live, and then I'll just post this later on the YouTube and everything for the week, and we'll just keep it rocking like that. So you know what it is. It's the kid, AO, Star Card Astrology. You know what I mean? Giving you that quality astrology. You heard that real true shit. Yeah, I mean, I'm open for bookings all the time, so just DM me on IG for now. I'll put a booking link pretty soon here for that too. But just contact me if y'all want to do natal chart readings and stuff. And yeah, until next time, y'all know what it is. We'll get to the astrology again probably next. What is that? That's the 21st. So yeah, the 21st we'll do the astrology again. Double down on that, and then keep it rocking, man. I actually really like that. Maybe we'll do it with the music next time, maybe not. Appreciate you, Helena. Let's see. Yeah. I'm still vibing. What time is it? It's lunchtime. Let me check, see what my kids are doing. I know Ozzy's still asleep, but yeah. I think what's up, yo? 14 minutes ago. I'm sorry. I just seen the chat. I don't know why it came up late. That's weird. Well, my children want to go outside, so we are Gonna end it here. I will be on later, probably working on some music. We'll see. I mean, I don't, there's some songs I gotta mix. It just depends on how I'm feeling. I kind of want to work on something new. That's kind of like where I've been at. It's just like working on something new. So, but if I do that, then I'm overproducing for the album at this point. I don't think I really need to like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm just going off intuition at this point. I know I got like some dope shit that is trying to come out. Pause. So we're gonna keep rocking with that. Whatever I'm called to do, I'm gonna do. And yeah, we'll keep it pushing, man. If anybody needs studio time, hit me up if you're in the area, or mixing and mastering done. I have a link for that, where you could book me for that on Engineers. That'll be in my about. I don't know why I don't got it in my about right now. I'm tweaked out. But that, yep, a reading. I mean, the readings is transcending what they were now. And then it was already pretty dope, but yeah, we're looking at crazy shit now. We just taking it steps and steps further. But still, there's still workout tier systems and shit like that. Because not everybody's ready for like in-depth readings like that. Most people are still in basic astrology, and you know, it gets overwhelming really quickly and all that shit. So that's why like I do mine how I do it, because I think that everybody should get the basis of astrology. And I think the way that I can explain it, I can break it down as many times more simply, different examples and whatnot, and you get to take that with you. So I think that's dope, because you get to reference and kind of have a little mini class, even at the lowest tier. I can't really do a reading without teaching, so that's just how it goes. But all right, y'all, I appreciate y'all stopping in. We're gonna keep it rocking. I'll probably like still touch on astrology like every day when I go live or whatever, but I'm not gonna go in like I just did, because that video is gonna be posted, so it can be referenced and shit. But yeah, big love. Y'all have a good day. Stay focused. Make those hard decisions now, so you don't gotta fucking make them later in life, because it's coming. It's coming no matter what we do. So all right, y'all, big love.